Good Monday morning. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still, back from vacation. Took a tour of Lake Erie. Now back to southern heat and humidity for us here in eastern Carolina. We'll see the heat the first part of the week, but some chances of rain pretty much every day this week. That's looking into that wet week ahead for us here. Every afternoon will offer the chance for showers and thunderstorms that will be around. Again, not a complete washout. However, we are going to be looking at the chance of showers and storms pretty much each day across eastern Carolina here because of a stalled front that is across the area. That's going to make, by middle of the week, cloudy and cooler conditions. Yes, I think we're going to be seeing highs only into the low 80s as we go on through the days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Positive side, though, is with all of the rainfall we're going to be expecting potentially this week, the tropics do remain on the quiet side, and that'll be the case at least for the next week to 2 weeks. Already within the last 24 hours, we've seen over an inch of rainfall in New Bern, and a lot of that came from the heavy rains we saw early this morning, and we'll continue to add to these totals as we head on in through the afternoon. Here's my Storm Track 12 forecast for you. Sunshine this morning. Storms developing by noontime along and east of Highway 17. Any of these storms could have some heavy downpours associated with them, but with that sunshine, we'll make our way into the low 90s for inland spots and upper 80s at the beaches. Warm and muggy overnight tonight under partly cloudy skies. May not be a bad night to get out to see the Perseid meteor shower. Still some of that action taking place. And then for tomorrow, more cloud cover around, more showers and storms that will be around. It's still up near 90 degrees, though, but after that, a much cooler air does start to make its way into the period here. Here's Tim Forrest, his picture of the Perseid meteor shower right around 5:15 this morning. You can kind of see it there between Jupiter and coming out of the constellation. So, again, the meteors are out there to be seen if you want to get up before the sunrise to see them here. Showers and storms were around very early this morning, around 1, 2 o'clock this morning, as a pocket of cold air at the jet stream level. A short wave was working its way on through. That has now pushed its way off the coast. Subsidence sinking on the backside of it gives us sunshine for this morning. But there are a couple fronts that we are tracking, making their way through the area here, all rotating around a big upper-level low across southern Hudson Bay, and that has allowed some cooler than normal air to get down into the weather pattern here. And this is going to be the case as we go through the majority of this week, that we're going to have this weak trough remaining here in the east. The problem is, though, the real push for these fronts, the real upper-level dynamics, remain bottled up across southern Canada and the Great Lakes. So as a result, we get this upper-level ridge that kind of offers a little bit of resistance, so the fronts kind of come in and die out as they're losing that real push coming in from the north and the west. And that's exactly what Future Track is showing us here. Again, you'll notice as we go on through Tuesday and Wednesday, another short wave rotates around, but you'll see that most of the energy stays up here across Pennsylvania, New York, and New England, whereas with us here, not really a whole lot of push coming in to really drive these fronts through, so the front just kind of comes in and stalls out, and then we've got all that tropical heat and humidity running into the front, and that's why we are going to have the chance for storms pretty much every day this week. Again, even going into Thursday and Friday, you'll notice a little bit of a trough split starting to take place, the upper-level trough kind of going back through the Missouri and Tennessee Valley here, but forcing the drive coming in from the upper levels is really lacking here. So the positive side is we don't have any potential for severe weather other than maybe tomorrow, but we see day after day after day a potential for repeats of storms, some of which could have some heavy downpours associated with them. Future Track shows through the day today, lots of sunshine around. Showers and storms get going by mid to late afternoon hours here, and as a result, some brief heavy downpours and maybe even some small hail would be possible with them. The action should taper off as we head overnight tonight, and then with that front in here during peak heating for tomorrow, better chance of showers and storms, especially along and east of Highway 17. I think north of Highway 264, Martin, Pitt, Bertie, Terrell, Washington County, I think we do stand a pretty good chance of some stronger storms. You can clearly see where that front is by tomorrow afternoon, working its way across the north, and that'll gradually make its way towards the coast by the afternoon and evening hours here. We will be looking for that front close by, some more storminess potentially along the beaches as we head on in through Wednesday, before eventually some drier air tries to work in across the northern counties. Now, how much rainfall could we be expecting? Well, here's one of the forecast models, and you'll notice up through tonight, another quarter to a half an inch of rainfall possible. And then tomorrow is when we really start to pile it on, where some spots could pick up a half an inch to over an inch. Even look here, Washington, this particular model showing over 1.5 inches of rainfall possible. So again, we'll have to kind of watch out and see where exactly the heavier bands do set up. Now, as I mentioned, the tropics do remain quiet. One wave working its way through the islands, but no development out of it. Another good cluster of thunderstorms coming off the African coast, but there is an excessive amount of dry Saharan dust out there, so it's really just kind of eaten into it. Although I do suspect that as we go through the next couple weeks, we will see a little bit of a northern shift in that Saharan dust, getting a little bit more out of the pattern. So that potentially could open this up late in August going into September, with an African wave making its way to the area here. And that is going to be the setup that is, as we head on through the end of this month going into early next month, that will direct stuff our way. So once the action starts bubbling with the Mann-Julian oscillation coming into the right phase, I think we are going to be off to the races for the month of September. And again, we'll just continue to keep you updated here on that. But until the last week of this month going into September, don't see any action getting going in the tropics just now. Planning forecast shows every single day the chance of showers and storms is going to be scattered about across the area. Again, not everybody's going to be seeing them. They will not be all-day rainouts, but the afternoon and evening hours are going to be the best chance of these showers and storms that we'll be tracking. And notice that cooler air coming in. We drop from the low 90s today and tomorrow only into the low 80s by the time we hit Wednesday and Thursday. Have yourself a good Monday. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les